The HOA board, led by Karen and her closest allies, demanded the immediate removal of the dangerous obstruction and threatened to sue for reckless endangerment. For the narrator, this was expected. It was the second phase of the trap, the phase that relied on Karen's arrogance to dig her own hole deeper. Every complaint she filed, every false claim she made, would now become evidence. As the week unfolded, the story spread beyond the neighborhood. Locals who'd once ignored HOA squabbles began to take notice. The nearby feed store, the diner, even the post office were buzzing with talk of the woman who tried to drive through private land and crashed her SUV. Some sided with her, calling the rancher petty and old-fashioned. Others saw the truth. An HOA president who thought she could bulldoze her way through someone else's property. Meanwhile, the narrator's lawyer worked quietly behind the scenes, filing for a restraining order and gathering every shred of documentation, surveys, title deeds, even drone photos showing where the HOA's claimed easement ended miles short of the ranch boundary. Each piece fit perfectly into the puzzle being assembled. Karen, however, refused to stop. She doubled down, holding an emergency HOA meeting where she stood before her neighbors in the clubhouse and painted herself as the victim. She spoke of community access and abuse of rural privilege, twisting the story into a fight for the rights of the subdivision. And for a while, she convinced a few. They signed petitions, shared posts online, and even began harassing the narrator with drive-bys and phone calls. But for every supporter she gained, two more began to doubt her. Some residents started asking questions. Why did the community need that road? Why had Karen been driving there in the first place? Why were HOAF funds being used for a private lawsuit against a rancher? Cracks began to form in her control. The once united HOA board now sat in uncomfortable silence as Karen's temper flared. Behind closed doors, she became obsessed. She had her attorney file a civil suit claiming the ranch road was a public right-of-way, citing fabricated historic maps and decades-old rumors about shared access. But the narrator's lawyer was already prepared. County land records, archived photographs, and even testimonies from former owners proved otherwise. The so-called easement had never existed. What did exist, however,